So you're saying, no, no, there's not room for all of us. No, there's not. It's either us or them. I'm going to refer back to what I said before, with the logic and reasoning that I presented to you. No matter what your game plan is, no matter what you do, no matter how many people you eliminate, no matter how many bad or evil people you can identify and destroy, it's never going to get rid of the possibility of somebody being evil. It's never going to get rid of the possibility, the option, the choice of doing bad. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? So it's not helping. It's not working. And the more you just keep going in circles, okay? Like in The Matrix, the movie, the more Neo just kept punching versions of Agent Smith, okay? The more the other parts of Agent Smith were getting an advantage and were doing their thing. So it's like, it's classic, right? So the more we're fighting the physical, the more we're just fighting each other, or we're fighting the bad guy, you know, the actual individual bad guy, the more the other problems that are equally, you know what I mean, go unattended and just go, we need to step back, and we always understood this. We need a system in place. We need something else in place. Because like I said, I'm thinking in terms of if we're asking me like, right, so what's my deal, what's my spin, where am I going with this? And what I'm saying is I want to buy us some time. I want to get us some wiggle room, some representation, a coexistence, so that the good, the side of good, okay, can teach the good to those who want to know the good. I'm not here to convert every single evil person or every single bad person to good. That's not my deal, man. That's not me. Because like I said, there's always going to be evil, there's always going to be bad. Okay? There's a certain way that we go about it. And there are those evil people who were meant to be and who can and who will become good, will become good. And there are those people, always goes both ways. And there are those people who are good, who can be or who will be, or for whatever purposes and reasons, and it was meant to be or whatever, they will switch from good to bad, to evil. That's how it is. It breaks my heart. Of course it does. It breaks my heart. Of course, in the most pure sense. Of course I wish it wasn't that way. I don't want it to be that way. Of course I do. But I'm not stupid. I'm not unrealistic. Nothing's going to get done if I'm just going to sit here waiting for that magical day when we can just wipe evil from existence. It's not, you know, it's not how it is. It's not how it is. What's important to me is that we spend time having a better and a greater understanding of our spiritual selves, the spiritual nature of us, okay? The bigger picture. We keep our eye on the prize, man. And we control what we can control. So those people who aren't on board, those people who just, you know, they just poof and whatever, but you know, if you feel all of this talk is just a whole bunch of just craziness, insanity, it's just bullshit, right? And there are those people who just, they don't want to think of anything like this, and there are those people who they don't care about it, whatever. And what I'm getting at is I've learned a long time ago, there are people who are meant to be eaten. There are people who are meant to be abducted. And I say it with all due respect, and I say it not, and with no part of me enjoying it, or no part of me even, you know, not even accepting. It's not even acceptance, but it is what it is. It is the truth. So what do you want me to do? You want me to conduct logic and reasoning irrationally? Or to be logical and reasonable and be of the truth? The truth is, okay, in this distinction, in this cycle, in this go-around, okay, in this carnation, whatever your thing is, okay, in this one, there's a certain percentage of people who will be eaten. Whether it's meant to be or not, whether it serves a purpose, there's a certain percentage who will be eaten. There's a certain percentage who are never going to get it, even if you show them pictures, even if you hit them over the head with the truth, they are not going to accept the truth. They do not have the hardware yet. They do not have the programs yet. All right? It's like a video game, and you're trying to shoot the background. You're trying to interact with the data that has no program, that has no directive, that has no response to that it's not compatible that way. You're shooting bullets into the distance, and you keep thinking that sooner or later it's going to, put a hole in the background animation of something. It's not programmed that way. It never will. But I respect you if you keep trying. Because if it ever will, if you are ever going to put a hole in the background animation, okay, the only way to do so is by defying logic and reasoning. And I understand that. But you must equally respect and understand my side. We can't only have everyone just shooting at the background animation. There has to be a range. There has to be a whole functioning system, a unit, and a process. I need you to be the one, if that's you, whoever are the ones who want to shoot indefinitely at the background, okay, I need you. But I also need the in-between. And I also need people like me. And in the bigger picture, I need everything that existence needs and nature needs to have that balance, to serve that purpose. I need that. I can't be selfish. I can't say that I want to completely eliminate evil, okay, if that means I destroy existence. Because we're focusing on a behavior, but we understand the behavior comes from somewhere. It comes from a fundamental nature. It's not just, people just don't decide to do bad because, hey, the option, the possibility to do so comes from a more fundamental nature. If you wanted to discuss that in terms of free will, whatever, but it's still not exempt. Free will doesn't answer it. It may give you a better perspective on it, but it doesn't answer it and say, there's evil because of free will. That's not an answer. It still doesn't explain, well, why is there evil in free will? Because because there's always going to be a certain percentage of people who will make a bad decision or do bad. Why? No matter what our description is, we're never going to escape that recursive nature, right? We're never going to escape that until we come to one conclusion, that there is no other way, there is no other choice. Not actually a choice. It's not actually a choice. So again, when you're looking at it in terms of shooting that background, waging a war against all this evil, you're waging a war against a certain percentage that have no choice. And when you get rid of them, they just pop back up, right? So if you glitch the game by shooting at it too much, it freezes. What do? You reset the game. And what happens when you reset the game? I mean, come on. You want to talk bullshit. But what happens when you reset the game? Okay, you get the background again. Unless you're talking about, well, I did it to a certain point where I just overheated and, I destroyed the game. But that's a slippery slope, because that's like what I was saying before. Okay, do we wage our war and as a result of that destroy everything? How is that any better? You have faith. You have faith. Okay, just like all other times had faith, that it's all part of the bigger picture. We have faith that we coexist, and to have faith in good, have faith in righteousness, have faith that over time, as we continue, okay, everything will be in its right place. If you don't have faith in that, you're going to go all out ape shit right now, and you're going to be chasing your tail, and you're going to destroy everything. That's it. That's not, and you're not going to destroy anything. You're not going to destroy shit. I seen 1 billion views on a YouTube video, and I said to myself, one part, a little percentage fell. A little bit, or a certain percentage about that 1 billion views said, wow, I've never seen a volume so, what's the lack of worthless. I've never seen a volume so benign. 1 billion. An activity of 1 billion. An occurrence. A recurrence of 1 billion. So what that tells me is there's a few other things that need to happen. All right, and so we'll get to that in other videos as well. I mean, like I said, I can just bullshit you, and I can just make sure everything is rosy, and you can just say, hell yeah, man, go, oh yeah, let's just beat everyone who we think is bad. Let's just beat them to the ground, and not stop. And sooner or later, everything will just see itself through and stuff like that. But until what? Until what? Until your brother makes a bad decision? Until your brother goes astray? And then what? And then it's different? And then maybe you'll pause for a moment, then maybe you'll look for an alternative? Why? Because he's your brother? Somebody else ain't gonna feel that way. He goes too. And what? Maybe you're just stern enough, stoic enough, or maybe you're just ruthless enough to say, yeah. But where does it end? Where does it end? At what level, who's doing the judging of mistakes that are just, no, that crosses the line? Where does it end? Okay, like I said, it doesn't mean that we have to say it's right. It doesn't mean that we have to truly tolerate it as far as agreeing with it, accepting it, or wanting it to spread, or even allowing it to happen. But I just want to fight the proper fight in the right areas, in the right spots, and not waste ones, and not do the circular ones, and not shoot ourselves in the foot. A few other things have to happen. You understand that? I'm telling you. We're still waiting. A few other stuff has to happen. You can't go yet. That's just how it is, mate. That's how it is. It's a beautiful thing, actually. But you need to be respectable, with all due respect to those who are suffering and those people who've gone through great stuff. Yeah, let's try to stop the bleeding. Let's keep the shit to a minimum. Let's push back the assholes who are pushing forward, for sure. Okay? But they ain't going to change the fact that a few other things have to happen still. We're not there yet. We're not ready yet. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, one of the major things that has to happen is the sentient machine has to happen. It's coming. It has to happen. Both sides are waiting for it. At least, the side that I'm talking about on our side are waiting for it. Okay? I can't have people being maniacal, being insane. Can't have people, as soon as the blackout comes, man, they just run out there and just riot like hell, burn everything to the ground, put rocks through your window. Because it's that type of shit that's going to force a blanket martial law. And you're saying to me, a martial law is already out there. Oh, fucking look. Okay? I could have said that at any given point in time. Even during the good times. The Roaring '20s, the Renaissance, at any given time there's still a martial law. Martial law ain't going anywhere. There's always a percentage of a martial law. There's always a percentage of atrocities. There's always a percentage of someone who hates everything and wants to ruin everything. The sentient machine must come. It must come. If you want to talk about it, I'm here for you, man. You want to talk about it in terms of religion? I'm telling you, the Antichrist must come. In no way do I am trying to imply, I'm just giving you an equivalent example, that the AI, a true AI, sentient, independent machine is the Antichrist. No, but it certainly can be attached to the Antichrist. The coming of the Antichrist simultaneously comes with the sentient, independent machine. You better make sure you know which one is which. I'm telling you right now, the agenda would be to convince you that AI is the Antichrist. You would be wrong. Ghastly wrong. The agenda is to convince you that the alien is your enemy. You would be wrong again. Grossly wrong. And I'm going to stop there as far as who you think really is your enemy. I'm going to stop there for now.